Hey everyone, welcome to Moto Heritage. I'm Justin Lineweber, and on this channel, we're going to talk about racing vintage Harleys, hard enduro, everything in between. We're going to talk about and give you guys a behind the scenes look at running a business that's been in operation since 1953, as well as telling the story of Lineweber racing and preserving the heritage for many generations to come. Like, subscribe, join us, let's go racing. Hey everyone, this video we're going to talk about the last week of prep of getting ready to go to Bonneville. We've got some dyno runs, we've got some cam making that was just keeping the business going in this last week of prep in between prepping the bike and everything. We got some cams out to the heat treater, so I'll showcase some of that. Also been getting the last few things ready to go hard enduro racing in Tennessee. We'll be in Chattanooga, not this weekend, but next weekend. So check out everything in the video. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you on the road.
Alrighty, this next few minutes is us talking about the kicker style cover that we're installing and the new throwout bearing and lining everything up.
Okay guys, I took this apart and I shimmed in here with old spring shims and brought this up. And I get it doesn't line up there, and I'll show you where it lines up in the next video. This clip is on. I radiused this upper a little bit so it doesn't catch that lock. Now that arm rides flat on the thrust washer for sure.
Here we are going through installing the clutch bearings. Tedious process, but pretty cool getting them all lined up in there. Next we'll be installing the retaining plate. We got a special one here just to hold all those bearings in. Doing a couple quick heat cycles, waiting on some clutch parts to come in and getting ready to get up on the dyno in the next few days.
Hey everybody, bike is tuning up great. Just did a test fire and ran the plugs. Got a decent plug reading, still a little lean, but I'm gonna wait till I'm on the dyno to make any major changes. But coming along nicely. Should have the clutch here in the next few days and be on the dyno about a week before we go racing. Let's go. Hey guys, a little update for today. Today is Sunday. We leave for the Salt Flats on Friday. So we got about 5 days left to get everything running. You can see behind me, we're still open primary. We're putting in a clutch in that bad boy today. Before we get there, shout out to Phoenix, running their grips on the knucklehead. They help us out in the off-road. Handlebars are second to none. Super excited to represent them on the Salt with their grips. I'm gonna try out this Pro Taper throttle tube, try to replace the one I put on from the Mikuni, just to have a nice aluminum one instead of the plastic one. And then the big shout out of the day, check this out. Got some Barnett swag. I called up Mike down at Barnett, met him at Born Free, and he was introduced to me by Ashley of Buell Sisters, and we got to talking, hanging out, and he let me know if there's anything I ever needed to give him a shout out. Well, I kind of misread some things on the clutch, and we needed a whole clutch set up for the bike still. Called him on Friday, or called him last Wednesday, got the stuff on Friday. Fred swung by and picked it up for me. So let's go through what we got. We got a brand new clutch cable with all the different fittings and ends to make it mount up to the bike however I want. I gave him the dimensions of the cable I needed. He said, yep, I got you, got exactly what you need. We'll make it work. On to this. He said he had a few of these still sitting on the shelf. They used to sell them, they don't anymore. But check out that old packaging. Isn't that awesome? They just don't make packaging like they used to. This is a clutch lever that they used to sell back in the day, and that we're going to be fitting it up on the 7/8 bars and making it work on the knucklehead. It's got a nice long pull, hopefully make that clutch a little easier to pull. Along the lines of making it better and easier to pull, he hooked me up. I told him what I had, he told me what I needed. He got me these 6 friction, 5 steel clutch pack. This is gonna hook up that clutch in the knucklehead just the way we need it. Put the power to the ground, take the power away when we need it gone. Super excited to install this today. Got some medium duty springs. Also have some heavy duty springs just in case we need that little extra tension. Letter from Mike. check out the catalog. 75 years of Barnett. Check them out if you need anything. BT&E. Let's see, their website is barnettclutches.com. They've got everything on-road, off-road, Harley, dirt bike, just about everything. Check it out. All right, gonna get this thing put together, get on the dyno. Video on the dyno coming up soon.
These blue springs look awesome. Bolted up together nice. Kicker covers all installed. Check out the clutch on the other side, looking very clean, very ready to go. Danny sent out his data logger for us to install on the bike just to watch our AFRs. The battery installed, data logger, O2 sensor, working on some of my TIG welding skills, wires running all the way up here, and put the data logger right between the bars there. Stoked on the install on this. It is really clean under the seat, out of the way. Looks nice between the bars, and it's going to help us out a lot reading those AFR values. The grind never stops. Working on these flathead cams, getting them ready to head out the door. Flathead billets coming up soon. We paint these cams to keep the hardness from getting into the gear on the initial hardness. This is a copper-based paint that we use. Then they blast it off and reheat treat the gears additional 10,000ths to make them hard but not brittle. Onto the dyno we go, making some carb adjustments and getting this thing to put out the most horsepower we can. Alright, what you just seen was 140 miles an hour and about 70 horsepower. Alrighty, off the dyno, good numbers, AFRs are looking good, back in the shop. Now when we get off the dyno, we go back over every nut and bolt that we can see. Head bolts, base bolts, rocker nuts, carburetor, attachments, kicker cover, clutch, just about everything we can touch. Right here you see I take the push rod covers off, check the push rods, for a tight roll, make sure everything's good to go, looks good, check base nuts, everything, just make sure this thing's tight, ready to rock and roll. Doing a quick oil change after initial heat cycles and break-in, some dyno runs, adding some chafers, 50 weight here, make sure everything stays running true. Finally, time to install the fairing. Check it out, came out great. Had the helmet painted by the design muse, Teresa Contreras, out here in the valley. I am so stoked how it came out. Here it is, the long journey to TKO. Spent the weekend down at Get Dirty Dirt Bikes, getting the bikes done with our final prep, getting them loaded up so Fred could take them home and do his final loadout. Check out this setup. All packed up, ready to go. Everything's strapped down for the 500 miles and about 10 hours of drive time we've got tomorrow. Thanks everybody helping us get here. We'll see you on the salt. Beautiful views for a day of driving.